Good morning, Cindy Birkeland here from cindybirkeland.com, and I have some not so good news for you today. We're going to talk about Social Security, which is kind of a taboo subject if you really understand what's going on behind the scenes with Social Security. So I have some information for you you may not want to hear, but guess what, guys? We don't get to stick our head in the sand on this anything anymore. So Social Security was started in the 1930s by the Roosevelt administration because of what happened right after the huge stock market crash that we had in 1929. And it was designed to help the disadvantaged, those that were retiring that had nothing, the unemployed, and the disadvantaged, like if you had long-term injuries and just couldn't work. You had serious disadvantages. Well, guess what? Things have changed really radically in Social Security. About 2010, what we had is a lot of our baby boomers started retiring. And if you'll recall, we had 4 times the amount of babies born into our country from 46 to 1962. And they're called the baby boomers, and they were born right after the World War II. And since that time, there's always been a whirlwind of activity around them, and everything that they do affects us because there's such a large people group. So in 2010, our baby boomers started to retire, and what happened is because there was so many of them retiring and now pulling benefits, those of us that were still working, it kind of flip-flopped. Because when Social Security started, there were 2 people paying in for every 1 person receiving benefit. Today, there's 1 person paying in for 4 to 5 people receiving benefit. So our surplus went away. And now what we're having is we're actually having to dip into the interest on the trust fund for Social Security. So it's not even enough that you're paying 6.2% in tax as an employee on your Social Security, but your employer is also paying 6.2% tax. It all goes into a fund. But now here's the problem. That money it's kind of a pay-as-you-go situation. The money that goes into Social Security goes right back out to pay out benefits for those who need it. So the concern is they're saying by 2025, we will have depleted the whole entire trust fund that's been established to pay those benefits. So by 2035, what will happen is Social Security will only be able to pay about 79% of benefits that have been promised. And how many seniors do you know that are saying it's already a struggle with the Social Security that they do get to make ends meet? Now let's look at the inflation that's happened this year. Imagine being a senior, you're on a fixed income, and gas has over doubled. Food has doubled, everything has doubled, but your income hasn't doubled. And this is why I got to bring this alive today, guys. Seniors are already in this situation. And for those of us that are still in the workforce, gainfully employed, our paychecks are not going as far as they used to. So it's up to us right now to start taking control of our finances. You guys, we have got to do more when it comes to setting money aside for our future. We cannot rely on Social Security. It is not the thing to rely on. You have got to rely on what you create today for your future tomorrow. Now, this sounds really doom and gloom and really upsetting, but guys, there are solutions to this problem right now. There are plenty of products out there. Again, we have premium financing where a bank will give you $3 for every dollar you put in. That's like a 401k plan on steroids. There's good products out there. But for you to find out, you got to get a hold of me at cindybirkeland.com. Get a hold of me, cindybirkeland.com, and let's have a conversation.